So, I would just say welcome to lab time, and we're jumping from the effects, the free effects in this series. We did 5 different effects. Now we're gonna jump over to the synth part, and we'll start out with Helm by Matt Tytel. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing his word or his name right. It's a free synthesis or synth that is kind of over in the basic sides of it. We can take a look at it because it's not that simple when everything comes to it, and it actually does have some really nice features. But I'm going to go through most of it today. So if we look here, well, first of all, I was struggling to find an init. And please write in the comments if you know where the init is. But what you can do is I went down here and I went in and made a init folder. So you can do that. You can see init here. You can have different subfolders. I just have mine on init. I made an init saw and an init sine. So I'll just choose sine. Done. So now we have just a sine wave. So this is a wavetable oscillator, but you cannot import wavetables. It has 2 basic wavetables in it. So we can see we can jump through sine, triangle, square, saw up, saw down, 3-step, 4-step, 8-step, 3 pyramid, 5 pyramid, and then we have 9 pyramids. And that's it. And it just sounds like that. To these oscillators, we have a mixer down here, and we have a sub oscillator as well, and we have a noise engine we can fire up on as well. But we can't control the noise. We just have in the mixer noise, so we can just fire up some noise. And I believe it's white noise, but I don't per se know. It sounds, in my opinion, it sounds like white noise. But let's just take oscillator 1, it's over here. And we can cross modulate between these 2. And even though this is turned down, we can use it. So it's kind of FMing in a way, or mixing the cross modulation between these 2. So it's pretty cool that we have this as an option as well, because that opens up a lot of possibilities. But let's just try and go up. So we have just a saw now. So what we can do is we can take the unison voices, we can actually crank that up to 15. And we'll go, now we have 15 stacked voices. So you can hear it does something you can see up in the scope here. And it's cool, it has a scope as well, so we can actually see what's going on. But we can make the super saw if we want to. We can transpose or fine tune. Make these crazy things here. But we can also, and this is really nice, that we can have this harmonize. So if we have 1, now it's harmonized by 3, 5, 7, 9, up to 15. That's pretty cool that we can do that. Plus that if we want to have this, we can still do all the funky stuff with this. So it has some nice things we can do, and it looks simple. That's what I like about this. It's very simple-ish, but you can actually almost make all the sounds that you actually need for more simple sounds. Let's go back and take this init. Done. I have to go back. Here we go. So the mixer we have down here, the sub oscillator, then we have 3 envelopes that we can choose from. Right now, you can see they are kind of working, all of them, but they're not assigned yet. The only one that's assigned is the amplitude envelope. And it's we can drag stuff in it. So if we wanted to make a plug sound, we could. Yeah, just simple stuff like that. If we want to modulate something else, let's have this go back to like this, and take just a square. Let's turn on the filter. So we just have a filter like this, and we can change this up here to high pass and low pass. We have 24 dB cut, so you can see it's how the angle of the filter is tilted. We also have sample and hold if we want that. No, not sample and hold. Like this multi. So now it's a notch filter. We have a ramp up and down, and the other way. Let's just have it on this. If we want to modulate this one for that, we just hit this Helm thing, their logo, and you can see it's grayed out inside the helmet, so the face is not lighted up. If we want to do that, now we can kind of scroll. Let's say we want to go ramp up. It won't show it here, but we can hear the sound. Now you can see it's green down here. So if we hit that off again, we can just, and then have this going. And put some delay on it. And we can have this going. Some reverb on, feedback up. And you can see we have 100%, so it will kind of keep on going. And don't dampen it. So when you make these nice kind of plug sound just with the filter and some oscillators. If we go back to its original and turn on format, let's have this on we have this format filter we can kind of set random to. Let's randomize from down here and all the way up. And that just means that every time I hit the button, it will go through all the different where this would be put in every time I hit the button. Let's put a filter on and then randomize that and randomize downwards. Let's open up. And we have to click that off. So if we had this one going upwards. And put some delay and reverb on it. Let's just have this on 100. So we can start to have these. crazy sounds. And yeah, we have 2 mono LFOs and 1 polyphonic LFO. And we can phase shift them as well. So let's take this. Did I do something with this? And if we right click, we can see that what is assigned to this button. So let's see here, delay tempo, that's why it says. So now it's just not jumping all over. If we take the delay off, we have also this stutter that will kind of, we can set that. We also have an arpeggiator. We also have a step sequencer that we can assign to whatever we want. We could have that going from oscillator 2 and upwards. And let's just take this. Something like that, it will open up that. And maybe this one as well, and then we can kind of just and yeah, it has aftertouch per note, velocity, mod wheel if we want to assign mod wheel, and that's pretty powerful. We have this one button like the mod wheel that can control whatever we want at the same time as well, and the pitch wheel as well. And lastly, we have pitch bend, how much, velocity, and how many voices we're using, portamento, like glide, if we want the glide on and off. And I haven't figured out the feedback, what it does. It should alter. Yes, it's something with the filter as well. I cannot hear what's going on, and maybe it's my lack of knowing what it does. So I can't explain the feedback. We can try and see if it does, like having a pad. Like that, and then open up the filter slowly. Like that, and set this to the filter. It does something. I know it kind of feeds the sound back into the filter again, but what it does. Something interesting, I can't explain. You can kind of pitch the sound that you feed back into the filter. Yeah. Preset wise, there is factory presets, arpeggiators, bass, chips, harsh, keys, leads, pads, percussion. So there is actually a fair amount of presets that comes with this. And like what? Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot you can do with this if you're creative. Do you have any questions about this? It's pretty straightforward, right? If you know a little bit about sound design and how a synthesis works. But I think there's also, yeah, also have a built-in distortion that actually sounds really nice. So for me, there's a lot of possibilities to make a lot of what I would call standard sounds. But yeah, that was Helm. I will put the link in the description where you can download it. And again, it's free. So yeah, that was it for this synthesizer. It was a fast walkthrough, but you get kind of the picture of what it's capable of. Next time it will be another synth that's a little bit more crazy and hefty. Not a little bit, a lot more. There's a lot more possibilities in that. But I like to use this, especially if you're an Ableton user that has Ableton intro and you don't have any synth inside of Ableton. This is a perfect way to just have simple wave or synthesis inside Ableton. Cool. That was it for this time.